They were standing outside having a chat, and then they came in and they were talking whatever, blah blah blah. And then I saw Rob go, "It's not raining outside." And then their conversation ensued, and then Rob had a napkin and he was wiping the stuff off, and then they were like, and then everyone went to wash their hands. I think so.
That's supposed to be like great luck.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Lottery
ticket, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I didn't hear the story. I'm talking to Mans, he didn't tell me anything, then he comes out here and tells me.
I wanted to say that for the stage.
Thank you, Jason Mans.
See you, buddy.
I'm the guy and gals. I am extremely sorry you have to wake up on a Sunday with me. I'll take it. Is anybody else having a fun time with the jet lag? Yeah. Yeah, cheers for jet lag. All right, I don't want to waste anybody's time. Good morning, gang. Hi, guys, gals. All right, I can't see much, but I can kind of see there's a figure. It seems to be corporeal. Hi, how are you? Good morning, you're awesome, how are you? Your microphone, I can give you mine. Do we have, I'm looking around the ball, sound. Oh, here we go. Let there be light. Did you break the microphone?
Oh, that's usually you.
Is it that time already?
It's not wrong.
Prepared for this.
Sorry, good morning.
I'm sorry. Good morning.
I started watching just a few years ago, and I watched 9 seasons in 2 weeks, and I haven't regretted a single second.
There's
Thank
9
you.
seasons in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Gosh. No, that's really possible. How much did you sleep during those 2 weeks?
Not much. I was sick at home with the flu, so. So my question is, so you recently ran quite a few marathons.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask, how the hell did you run a marathon in Austin with the heat and the humidity?
It was difficult. I don't know if I've told this story, but I ran. I did. We ran 2 marathons for charity in Seattle and Boston. Yeah, and a lot of you guys donated as well. And I've seen some of the marathon t-shirts, and I feel like I should post some of the emails that we've received from the Dream Big Foundation about what the money donated has been going to, because it's pretty cool. So yeah, the Austin Marathon was one of these, after the Seattle Marathon, which we did, the Bad Idea Tour, I bought Epsom salts from a pharmacy in Seattle, and I put a bunch of Epsom salts in the bathtub after the marathon, and I sat in the bathtub and I was like, that was amazing. And so I grabbed my phone and signed up for the Austin Marathon, which tells you something about my mental state. I was like, this hurt so bad. When's the one in Austin? And so we did the Austin. Didn't really announce it. It was more one of those, I just wanted to see what I would do if it was just kind of like me hanging out. Luckily it was in February, so it wasn't super hot. But the marathon was on a Sunday, and on Friday, my buddy, who I was running the marathon with, at 10 p.m., he had never run a marathon. I'm saying this like, I'm a marathoner. I had done one. And he texted me like, hey man, what you up to? This is 10 p.m. on Friday night. And I was like, well, just hanging out. Like Jen and I are talking in our kitchen, and he lives a couple miles away. He's like, man, I'm nervous about Sunday, like, my head's spinning. And I was like, well, do you want to hang out for a little bit, like have a drink? He lives down the street. Let's have a glass of wine. He's like, yeah, coming over. I was like, wow. And so Jen's like, all right, y'all have fun. And so he came over and we opened a bottle of wine. And this is Friday now around like 11 p.m. The marathon is Sunday at 7 a.m. And so we have glass of wine, and then the bottle, I think, was broken, so it was it's now like 12:30 a.m., 1 a.m., and we're we're like, well, how'd this wine get empty? So we opened a third bottle of wine. And then he's like, I think I'm staying here tonight. So he slept over. The next day I went and like got an IV drip. Like, you know, like I don't know if you'll have an IV drip. So, felt terrible. So the Austin Marathon was difficult, not because of the weather, but because I was hungover from 2 weeks. But still had a good time. And I don't know, you keep your feet moving and you'll get through it. I'm doing another one in Switzerland in July. Thank you so much. And I will not break my microphone. Good morning.
My question is, do you remember the first time someone asked you for a photo, an autograph, or recognized you on the street?
So, I don't know if this was the first time, but I remember going to, has anybody here been to Los Angeles before? Been to the Universal City Walk?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So there's a place called the Universal City Walk next to Universal Studios in Los Angeles. And I don't know if this was the first time necessarily, but this was the first time I remember. It was during Gilmore Girls days. I want to say it was like maybe season 1 of Gilmore Girls. And my buddy Ryan Merriman and I, who I'd shot a film with in Australia called Ring of Endless Light. I don't know what it was called. It was a Disney Channel movie. And he was living with me in LA. So it must have been season 2 of Gilmore Girls. And we went to Universal City Walk. And this girl came up and she was like, hey, she had a backpack on. Like, hey, can I take a picture of my fan? And I was like, cool, of course. And so we took a picture, and this is long before selfies and iPhones, this is 2001. And then she's like, you want to get an autograph? I was like, sweet, of course. And she opened her backpack and had a picture of me, like not just me, it was like a teen bop magazine or something, like a teenager magazine. I guess I was a teenager, so. And I remember going like, this is so strange, like how weird that she had it. And she had a few pictures of a few people, and maybe she hung out there hoping to meet somebody. I hope I wasn't the first celebrity she met, because I think it's very disappointing. But that's the first time I remember. Yeah, thank you. Oh, hi, I didn't see your first.
One of the ways I deal with my sorry. One of the ways I deal with my mental illness is listening to music, and very recently I've gotten into podcasts. One of my favorite podcasts is called My Favorite Murder, and so I was wondering if you listen to podcasts and if you have any favorites.
I listen to My Favorite Murder all the time. And it pisses Jen off because we'll drive back and forth somewhere and I'll turn it on. She's like, stop it, this gives me nightmares. Yeah, My Favorite Murder is amazing. Things you should know. And I am unabashedly obsessed with Joe Rogan's podcast. And he seems like a pugilist, but he's not. He's a pretty erudite, intellectual fella that asks great questions. It's almost like people use. I'm not going to say that. Yes, so My Favorite Murder, things you should know, and the Joe Rogan experience. It's very, like, he interviews a lot of fighters, which I enjoy, mixed martial arts, but he also interviews a lot of theologians and philosophers and psychiatrists and nutritionists. Like, he has a very broad spectrum of who he has in the show, and I highly recommend it. Yeah.
May I ask how you got into My Favorite Murder? Or how you came across it?
Honestly, I feel like I know exactly who, sorry, I thought it was Jen, it wasn't Jen, a girl named Robin on our show, who I call Robin, who's the head prop master. I think she's in a few pictures, like, tying us up. So she's the head on-set prop master. Her name is Robin, and she was talking about it. And I don't know why she was talking about it, but we, on set, we were doing 12-hour days, 15-hour days, and I think she brought it up. It was like, because she lives on the island. Sorry, this seems like verbal diarrhea. Yeah, so she was talking about it, so I downloaded one and became addicted.
I'm happy that we come up with really knows.
Yeah, there you go. You know, the little guitar solo at the beginning. Yeah, thank you. All right.
During the sixth season, we learn after the episodes that Sam doesn't have a soul. So I wanted to ask if you, as Jared, knew that you were playing the soul as Sam from the start.
It's a great question. So when Swan Song happened at the end of season 5, I think Genevieve and I were already living in Austin, but I had a trip to Los Angeles for a photo shoot or something, and so I wanted to go see, because when Eric Kripke, at the end of season 5, Eric Kripke left, and Sarah Gamble took over, and I think this was the first time, literally in, I guess, 5 seasons and counting, that I had gone to the writer's room, because we filmed in Vancouver, and so I was just sort of like the actor, like, keep your head down, do your work, show up on time, hit your marks, know your lines. And so I went to the writer's room in the summer, probably May or June of whatever it would have been, 2010, and met with Sarah Gamble, and just wanted to say like, hey, just show my face, you know, I know she'd been writing for the show for a while, she's wildly talented. I've always loved the way she wrote Sam. She was incredibly talented anyways, as you all know from anybody who watches The Magicians, which is awesome, an awesome show. Maybe I'll be on it in 2 years. Yeah, so I sat down to meet, and I was like, hey, you know, nice to see you, congratulations on running the show, I guess. I don't know if that's like a congratulations or I'm sorry. And then, do you know, like, do you have any plans? And she looked at me and was like, yeah, so next year Sam comes back, because, you know, I kind of died at the end of season 5, you know, and I was like, how are you going to do this? And she said, you know, you're going to be back, obviously, but you're going to be soulless. And I was like, ooh. And I had no idea, you know, it was like, yeah, you speak Greek now. You know, I was sort of going like, I don't know what in the world to do. And so I was incredibly scared, I guess would be the most easily translatable word. I was nervous. I didn't know. I was like, how do you play somebody who's soulless? Like, what do you do? Like, how do you? Usually, as an actor, you try and pull from your past experiences. I guess that's what I try to do. So I was like, I don't know how to play somebody who's soulless. So I went home, and when I would jog or work out or do whatever, I would think about like, okay, what would somebody who didn't have a soul? What do I think of a soul? What do I think it entails? What do I think of bodies? What would somebody without that do? I don't want to just be like weirdo, you know, Christian Bale in American Psycho. So I wasn't psychotic, I was soulless. So it was certainly nerve-wracking. But in hindsight, it was one of my favorite iterations of Sam to play ever, possible. So I was happy to play, like, what other TV show gets to do that? So I was very excited. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Awesome, thank you very much.
In season 14, the brothers spent many episodes being apart. So can we hope that this will change in the final season?
Well, I really enjoy not being around Jensen. I'm teasing. I mean, come on. I kid. Yeah, I feel like season 15. I hope there's a lot of. I don't think there'd be any way to properly wrap up Supernatural. You know, I don't know the best way to finish it. You know, but I love the idea of it coming full circle to where it almost ends the way it started. I don't know. You know, I'm saying ends because I think nothing in Supernatural ever really ends. But I hope there's a lot of the brothers. I hope they're trying to make the world a better place. I hope they whatever happens at the end, I hope it's together, I suppose.
I'm from Antwerp in Belgium, and we do a lot of marathon runnings to just say.
Oh, really? Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Just so you know.
So you're Belgish. It's early, Tim. Belgian?
Yeah.
Belgian?
Yeah.
Belgian. I know. My wife's family is Flemish, so.
Leuven. I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Nice. They're Lubenish. Lubenish.
I'm Antwerpian or whatever. My question was there ever a point in the unfolding of the show where you ever considered not continuing in the role of Sam?
Yes. It didn't have anything to do with Sam or Supernatural. It had more to do with me kind of dealing with stuff I wasn't aware I needed to deal with, you know, just with mental health issues and whatnot. And I was pretty stressed out. I know when the show, so there's a funny, before the show started, I had been on Gilmore Girls for 5 years, and I was living in Los Angeles and going back home to San Antonio, Texas when I had time off, back and forth. And I bought a house. This was in 2004-ish. And I was like, okay, I'm tired of traveling. I want to be home. I have 2 dogs. I have a girlfriend. Like, I want to have magazine subscriptions, as weird as it sounds. Answer my own mail. I was tired of living kind of out of a suitcase. And so when Supernatural came up, I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is filming here, 3 miles from my house. It's an awesome show. I love the characters. I know the director. I love the producers, and like, if I could be a part of the show, it's be amazing. And so then when I got hired and we shot the pilot in Los Angeles, I was super, super, super excited. I was like, oh my God, I hope the show goes forever. It's near my house, I have my dogs, I don't have to live in a hotel. And then we filmed the pilot, we got picked up, we did the upfronts, so we just came to the upfronts to New York 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, whatever. Thursday, US time. And so I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is, I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too. This is a perfect situation. And so we get picked up, we're in New York, and we have the upfronts, and then we go to lunch with the producers and directors and some of the studio network people. And they're like, congratulations guys, see you in Vancouver. My word of life, that's how we found out. We're like, what's Vancouver? Is that bar? Like, I knew what Vancouver was. I didn't know exactly where it was. I've been to Toronto, you know. We Americans are not known for our geography skills. And so I was like, I'm not really sure what that is. Is that south of LA? Or, but it kind of threw me for a bit of a loop in my head. So I was like, I don't know how to, like, I don't know if my passport is up to date. What's Vancouver? Like, what do? I don't know anybody there. It's Canada, but it's still a foreign country where you have to have your passport. If somebody wants to visit you, they have to get their passport and go through customs and immigration and security. And so no one wants to come visit because it's expensive. Like, I was going to be alone again. I knew Jensen, I knew that we were friends, but I didn't know that we'd be such good friends yet. And so I felt kind of a little bit alone. So that was a strange situation, I suppose. But it worked out for the best, because now, in hindsight, 15 years, almost 14 years later, I get to focus on my friends, my crew guys, my gals, my buddy Sam, and then live life when they call cut. So, happy color.
I'm happy you're happy too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Sorry to anyone who might be sort of sick about hearing about Marvel, but I just wondered if you'd seen
Marvel, sorry?
Marvel, and if you've seen Endgame yet, and if not, you interested?
I am super interested. I've actually never seen any of the Avengers movies.
No.
Take it easy. I am very interested. I just haven't had the time really. I'd love to, but if I'm gonna sit down, it's not super realistic for me to cut out a couple hours of my life, you know what I mean? Without my kids, my wife, my friend, my puppy. And if I'm traveling, I don't want to watch Avengers on an iPad, you know? Like I want to watch it on a big TV if I can't see the movie. So I haven't seen any of them yet. I know a few of the guys. Chris Evans has been a buddy for a long time. So
Yeah, we're gonna need picture proof of that.
I have picture proof of when he and I tested for a movie together called The Perfect Score 17 years ago or something.
Yeah, please do.
All right, I gotta find it. Because we sat there, this must have been what, 2002, 2001, 2002? And he and I, back in the early days in LA, used to audition together a lot, and we were both young white guys, I suppose. So we see each other all the time. And then I remember when I had my broken hand going over to his apartment and he was shooting Fantastic Four in Vancouver. Anyways, yeah, known him for a long time. So I great guy. And obviously I know Momoa pretty well. Is he in Avengers as well?
No.
He's not. He's rich. He's DC. That's what I know. I gotta get with the times. He's what? I know who he is. I didn't know what world. I guess my brain is on 2 a.m. time right now. Yeah, I will see it. I can't wait to see it. It's amazing. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Is it awesome?
90% satisfied.
How's that for standards? Spill.
Now you're under pressure for season 15 to be good then.
Oh wait, you want season 15 to be as good as Avengers Endgame?
Yeah.
They have like $1 billion to make a 2-hour movie. 20 hours of, all right, it'll be better. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I would like to know, as a child, did you have a favorite tale, and if so, which one was it?
Funny. I always loved the Polar Express. The movie, the book, rather, it used to be a movie. For some reason, that always gave me. I loved Christmas-style tales. I don't know what that says about me, but I would love books like The Polar Express. I read a lot as a kid. I was kind of a bit of a strange little loner that would sit in my room and read things. I don't know why Polar Express came to my head, but I guess that's what I would go with. Did you have one?
Yes, I love Watership Down. I was obsessed with the movie.
Say that again?
Watership Down. It's a book, and it was also filmed, and I still to today obsessed with it.
Interesting.
Watership Down.
Watership? Huh. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. In the scene where Nick hits Sam in the head with a rock, and Sam manages to escape to the car, did he seek safety in the car because he knew he was badly injured, or because he was afraid of Nick, or possibly saw some Lucifer in him?
All of the above. I'm shooting at something. I think that was the only safe place, and I'm not sure. I know. So, side note, so our director John Showalter, who did that episode, is going to come on for a bigger part, season 15, which is really cool. Maybe I don't know if that's public. Maybe I should have said that. Too late. So he's awesome. He's been a champion of our show and a champion for our show for years and years and years, and done some of my favorite episodes, and just an all-around badass guy. So he shot that scene, and it was written in such a way where it was trying to kind of blur the line between what is Nick and what is Lucifer versus what is Sam or what is Nick and what is the Lucifer side of Nick versus who is Sam and who is the part of Sam that still feels some connection to Lucifer, even though he's no longer Lucifer. And so the car became almost a symbol of safety and almost a Winchester symbol. Like even though Dean wasn't there, it was almost Dean protecting Sam. Like it was written in a really cool way. It gave me chills to read it, where like the safety of baby, you know, it gave kudos and gratitude to, you know, the third lead of the show, who's been in more episodes than anybody other than Jensen and me. So yeah. It's really cool stuff. You know, they say even though they never had a home, they were never really alone or without a home. I know we always had each other, like Dean and Sam always had each other, but they've also essentially always had the car as a place for safety. So that was kind of what was going on. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I was wondering if you have a special song that reminds you of Sam, or that reminds you of the relationship of the brothers together.
There are a few. I don't know if I have a special song that reminds me of Sam or the brothers, but there are definitely a few songs that every time I hear them, I think of Supernatural. One is obviously "Carry On, My Wayward Son." Another one is "Back in Black." Yeah, there are a few songs that definitely, when they come on the radio, or if I'm in a restaurant or something and they're playing in the background, I'm like, nah. Funny enough, Eye of the Tiger. Eye of the Tiger will forever make me think of Supernatural. 40 years from now, if it's playing in my hospital room, 40, 50, 80, whatever. If medicine hasn't figured out how to make us immortal yet. Yeah, you?
Yeah, I have like for the brothers. I guess there are some songs like with the title "Brother." I guess one is from Codaline, and it's like the lyrics is "I got you, brother, if I'm dying on my knees," and you know, like the relationship basically. I think it could have been written for the brothers.
Yeah.
And for Sam, like in the early seasons, I think, I don't know, Billy Tennant?
Yeah, sure.
Devil on My Shoulder. It's like some kind of twisted, I got a devil on my shoulder over and over. It's like...
We're doomed. Yeah, and nothing to lose. Awesome. Yeah, so we say Codaline. So,
right.
Yeah, awesome. Cool songs. I'll have to tune back in. Yeah, thank you very much. What up? You changed sides. Hey, what did you do?
Morning. How are you?
I'm alright. I'll be better in like 4 or 5 hours.
It's time to get up.
This is me last night. Sleep, go to sleep.
In Jack in the Box, Bob Singer showed up as a doctor. Can you tell us more about that and how that came about?
In Jack in the Box episode.
Penultimate episode, yeah.
That was the penultimate? There's a doctor?
Yeah, Bob Singer showed up as a doctor. They were going to... he went around the corners of FBI agents and he didn't even get double take, and I swear it was Bob Singer.
Yes. Got it. Yes, I didn't understand the question. Yes, when we're yes, that is his second cameo as a doctor. As a matter of fact, he was in one of the other ones earlier. It made the gag reel.
Changing channels.
Was it Changing Channels? Yeah. So every now and again we force him to be in it, and he doesn't want to be. He's like, he pretends to be crotchety every now and then. But he, Jack in the Box, that was Bob Singer. So now he's been in 2 episodes, playing a doctor. Maybe it's the same doctor, who knows? 9 years later. Nice spot. Well done. Good to see you again.
Thanks.
My sweetie. Hi.
I'm glad we're talking about that.
It's all right. I forgive you.
In the season finale of season 6, you portrayed the 3 pieces of Sam after Catherine removed the wall after you got protected from the memories of the cage. in Sam's mind that that you know, how difficult was this to film? You know, you played basically 3 parts of Sam.
In season 6 finale was the one where there's we call them Hell Sam, I suppose, and Bobby's house, and
Soulless
Sam in the forest.
Yeah, and then
Those are really difficult. Those are really difficult scenes to film. I don't enjoy acting to a wall or to a piece of tape, and it sounds like a joke, but when you're doing that, you're usually acting to a piece of tape. So I'm pretending to be acting. Like Sam, talking to somebody, but one of my favorite things about filming with people like Jensen and God, let's go, you know, Misha, Felicia, and the whole game of Tia, Richard, Rob, is you as an actor, you have to know your lines. Like that's the basics. Like if you're playing basketball, you have to know how to dribble and shoot. And then when you get on the court with somebody else, they bring out different aspects and facets of your game. And so it's kind of difficult to shoot both characters in a scene because you're not talking with somebody. And to me, that's not interesting to do. Like I don't want to sit there and do a monologue with nobody to bring something else out of me and vice versa. So that was a really, really difficult episode. That and the parts, I guess it was Swan Song, or maybe the episode before that, where I'd be like Lucifer and Sam in the mirror. It's hard. You're sitting there going like, I have to memorize the entire scene and pretend to be a couple of people. Those are tough to shoot. Those are difficult. I love doing stuff like with Gadriel, where, you know, go from Sam to Gadriel back, like that's fun, but I'm still acting with somebody, whether it was Curtis Armstrong or Jensen Ackles or whomever. I really enjoyed that kind of stuff, but when there's nobody to look back to you, it feels strange, because you're literally looking at 2 pieces of tape next to the camera and pretending to have a conversation, and then somebody else is reading the other dialogue, so you don't have to say both. It's a difficult, those are the most difficult scenes to shoot, I think. I love stunt scenes and emotional scenes, and I guess even fun, comical scenes, even though that's not necessarily the number one on my wheelhouse.
and also there's one song that will remind me very well of Supernatural.
Sure.
And Sam and Dean singing When You're Dead or Alive. I'm a big Bon Jovi fan, so you can murder that song, but I love it.
We were supposed to murder it. Sam and Dean can sing. Thank you. That's saying Jared end of panel, but I'm not sure. No! I swear, it's that mesmerizing. I'll do one more as I walk. Shoot.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, thank you.
So Steven Amell is wrapping up Era only next year. Do you think you guys could convince him to do a small cameo for season 15? And if so,
Well, he's going to be filming. He's going to be filming Arrow, right?
it's a shorter season.
We can certainly try. Why do you think Arrow's ending? Obviously, the Winchester brothers kill all of the queens.